Hello again and welcome back to the channel. This is Michael from TOEFLresources.com. Sorry, I've been away from the channel for a few weeks and I haven't uploaded any videos. I've just been busy with some projects for a few clients, but thankfully I do have a bit of free time now, so I will be uploading more videos in the days and weeks ahead, starting with this one, which contains another sample writing for an academic discussion question. In just a moment, I'll show the question. You can pause the video, give yourselves 10 minutes to write your answer. And then when you're done, come back to the video because at the end, I will explain how you can get a little bit of free feedback and a score estimate for your answer. All right, so I hope you're ready because here is the question. Now, just in case you're new to the channel or your memory's a bit foggy, this is what you're going to see on test day for the writing for an academic discussion question. On the left-hand side of the screen, you'll get some instructions. I think the instructions are pretty much the same every time the test is answered. Then you get the question from the professor. It kind of starts out with a little bit of background information that just kind of activates your thinking. And then at the end, you get the real question you want to focus on. After that, you can read responses from two students. As I've said before, don't spend too much time reading the responses because you've only got 10 minutes to do the reading and the writing together. And obviously, the writing is much more important for your score. And then in the bottom, you have the area where you write your answer. It's got some basic cut, paste, undo, redo buttons, and there is a word count displayed as you write. If the word count makes you nervous, I do believe you can turn it off during the test. All right, so pause the video for 10 minutes and then come back and we'll talk about how you can get some feedback and I will give some sample answers. All right, here's one sample answer that I wrote. I submitted this one to the ETS E-Rater AI. I believe it got a perfect score of 5.0. Now, what did I do here? Well, what I really want to draw your attention to is that I didn't refer specifically to the two students. Like, some people, when they explain what you have to do here, they say that it's kind of mandatory or required to specifically refer to the other two students in your answer, and I haven't done that. I think it's okay, and a lot of people actually prefer to do that. So go ahead and do that if you want. But it's also okay just to focus on your own ideas. Now, the other thing I want to draw your attention to here is that the grammar is fairly strong. It's correct. I don't have a lot of grammar mistakes. You know, as I check the sample responses posted in the video comments, you know, a lot of what I do is I just kind of point out specific grammar mistakes and I say that, yeah, those things are going to hurt your score, so you need to reduce your error rate. That's easier said than done, right? Like, grammar acquisition is a slow and tedious process, but that is what I want you to focus on. Like, there's no way to get a really high score if you do have a lot of grammar mistakes. So I do recommend tools like Grammarly to check your grammar, or you can get a human teacher like myself to check your grammar. I think a lot of people like to use ChatGPT and things like that. So keep that in mind. Now, there are a few features that I've mentioned in all the videos which make the grammar a bit more sophisticated and more complex. I've used conjunctions, and I've highlighted them here. I've used subordinating and coordinating conjunctions. In this case, while, and so. So, just like on the old writing task that was removed from the test back in July, you can't just use simple sentences. You want to use simple, compound, and even complex sentences if you can. And I think I've used a complex sentence right here, which is not something I've done in all of the videos. Now, if you want a nice way to begin, I like this one. While a lot of people favor whatever the question is about, I really think that, and then I kind of state my main idea. So that's a good way to start the answer, which clearly states your main idea, and it also uses a subordinating conjunction. So it increases the complexity of your grammar. So try that perhaps when you write the sample answer to this question. Now here's another sample response. It's pretty much the same thing. I've used another sort of kind of like template type sentence at the beginning. I've said, it's certainly true that, and then I can, kind of state some advantage of the other side, no matter what it is. But I think, and then I state my kind of main idea. So you can see it's an easy kind of template-y way to begin the answer, and it also uses a coordinating conjunction. I've got when as a conjunction. I've got so as a conjunction. And I'm using the transitional phrase consequently. That's something I don't think I've highlighted as much as I ought to have in these videos. You really want to try to use phrases like consequently, as a result, in contrast, moreover, therefore, all those transitional phrases. If I remember when I'm writing the video description, I'll put a link down below to a short list of phrases that work pretty good. Also note, my word counts are not out of control here. I don't have a counter on the screen, but I think I've written like 120, 130 words, and that's pretty much my standard in all the videos, and I think that's a pretty safe level. As I'm checking answers from my actual students, sometimes they send me answers that are like 200 words, and I say, oh my gosh, why? Why do you think 200 words is a good idea for this task? Like ETS suggests that like 100 words is effective. I suggest like 120 words just to be safe, and yet people are out there writing like 220 words. Like, why? Where did you get that idea? So don't let the word count get out of control. There's no penalty for a long word count, but if you're working so fast and you're just like banging out like 200 words, you're going to make more mistakes, and you're not going to have time for proofreading to check your work. So don't let the word count get out of control. All right, so that is all I have to say about this, but as always, the offer is, if you want to get some feedback on your practice response to this question, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and then make a comment down below with your response, and I'll try to get to it as soon as I can. I'll give you a bit of basic feedback. I'll try to correct a few of your errors, and I will estimate how it would score. I try to do these in the same order as they come in, but if it's been more than a week, you can go ahead and try posting it again, because maybe it got blocked for some particular reason. Meanwhile, if you do want to find out more about what I do, you can check out my website, which is TOEFLresources.com. I will put a link in the video description down below. If you want to hire me to teach you some TOEFL stuff to get ready for the test, you can do that there. And you can also sign up for my more detailed, comprehensive writing evaluation service, where I'll check both of your writing responses for a reasonable fee. All right, that's all for now, but please subscribe, because there will be more videos in the days and weeks ahead. Take care. I'll talk to you later.